Man, I appreciate your idealism, but the web is far more complex than you perceive.
Freeze.
What's going on?
Let's see some credentials. Slowly. You're a Chuli's gum representative?
Truly.
And you're stirring up all this anti-smoking sentiment. To what? Sell more gum? Get out of here. And you people, don't you have jobs to go to? Get out of here. Go commute. You gotta be ashamed of yourselves. Bunch of easily led automatons. Try thinking for yourselves before you pelt an innocent man with cigarette.
Hey, this is Ash, and this is Esteban. That didn't work. No. And this is Esteban. We have Marilyn Ghigliotti.
Yes.
From Clerks, Dead and Gone. We're super excited.
We are.
I don't even know what to say right now. You work with Kevin Smith. That's awesome. How have you been?
Been good, not too bad. You know, I got working, getting some work. You know, that's about how you can say it here in LA.
What's been your favorite thing so far? What's been your favorite project?
I don't like picking a favorite project. If you have kids, you'll understand why.
Understood.
Okay.
What are you most known for? Clerks, right?
Yeah.
What was your favorite scene in Clerks?
Oh, you're asking me a favorite again. No, actually, though, I will give you one on that one. But I have a couple. Because after watching the movie, it's like one of my favorite scenes is watching Silent Bob talk. Because it has such a poignant moment. And then, you know, when I was hitting on Brian and yelling at him and kicking him on the foot and all that kind of stuff.
That was awesome.
That was favorite.
What would you say, like, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta let you talk.
Wow, yes, thank you. How actually was it working with the entire cast and crew on a very small budget with Kevin Smith and the entire production and everything?
Well, the one thing that I tell everybody is, it's like, we were all in the same boat together. None of us had really done anything like that before. Yes, Brian and I and some of the other cast members, we had done theater, and we'd done community theater in that whole area. But this was the first time for us to actually do something in front of a camera. So it was a learning experience, you know, just getting through and making something out of something that we thought was really nice to work on. So, you know, it's like, it's pretty much it.
Now, when you pick your projects and everything, when you went from Clerks and did your separate projects, how do you analyze which ones you're going to pick next? As far as, like, do you go through the script and kind of visually go through, like, how you can envision the character?
Not so much how I can envision the character, but it's got to speak to me. I have to read the script and I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. It's like, I want to see what's going to happen. And it's like, oh my God, I can so see myself in this role. So that's been how most of what I've worked on has been. It's like even a short film that I did a few years ago. A casting director friend that I know, she had the script. It was a UCLA project, and I don't really do student films anymore. But my manager at the time had seen it, and he's like, send it to Marilyn. And so once I read it, I was like, I want to do this. So, yeah, because it was a lead role, but it was something that I hadn't done before. So that's one thing especially that I try to look for. It's like, have I done it before? Will it challenge me? It's like, will it do something for me in my career as well?
Oh, that's awesome. Now, when you're on Clerks, how was it working with Jason Mewes and, you know, with Kevin Smith as far as, you know, like having him, I know he wasn't he was more behind the camera, but the more that he was actually on set and playing as Silent Bob?
Well, like when he was doing the character of Silent Bob, yeah, I really wasn't there for that. And Jason and I don't think there was anything where we were in the film at all together. But, you know, I got to work with Kevin as a director, so I mean, he was right there. And the the great thing that I like about how Kevin works is that he actually has a rehearsal process, just like theater, where most people in this business, as far as film work, don't have a rehearsal process. Your rehearsal process is usually right there the day of blocking the scene. So that's what I like about Kevin. It's like he has that rehearsal process before we actually start filming, so that we know what we're going to be doing once we get to set. And so we had that for Clerks. And so, you know, still though, even though we did have that rehearsal process, being that it was first time acting and not acting, but acting in front of the camera, all that dialogue, even though theater, it's a lot of dialogue, it's just, I don't know, there was just something different about it, because for theater, we get 3 to 4 weeks rehearsal time. You know, so it's not so bad. It's like, yeah, you might be afraid that you're going to forget your lines when you're there with an audience and stuff like that. And even though with film, you just cut, do a retake, but still, that dialogue was very scary to, you know, having to do all those words, because I mean, Kevin writes dialogue heavy.
One, was there a lot of scenes in Clerks where you broke? Like where you were laughing or anything like that? Or was it more like remembering your lines because it's so dialogue heavy?
Yeah, you know, I think it was more about memorizing, you know, remembering the lines that you weren't going to screw up. And I was going to say something else, but thank God I picked that up. Yeah, it was more that. Because we were so focused that we didn't want to screw up for Kevin. We knew that we could retake it, but we don't have a lot of takes because he only has so much film. You know, we really didn't want to screw up, so we were really trying to make sure that we got it right. So it wasn't about, it's like, that's so funny. It's like, you know, like, you know. Yeah. Not that I can remember, anyway.
Did you think it was going to take off the way that it did?
No, not at all. I don't think you can, even today. It's like you can see something for what it is, but how it will be received is a whole different animal. I mean, I think the only way that you can actually know that it will if it's Marvel. But other than that, I mean, you know, it's hard to really know.
Is there anything we can catch up with you on?
Let's see. So, I'm trying to remember. I mean, I know. And there's a short film, but it's hard to see short films. But if there were a market to watch short films, that would be really great. But it's doing the festival circuit, and I'm going to be taking it hopefully to Albuquerque Comic Con. The short film that I was talking about, it's called Neighbors. And then I just Rogue Warrior Robot Fighter. That's with Tracy Birdsall and Neil Johnson, whom I've worked with before. He's the writer, director, and producer, and so he wears a lot of hats, actually. And then in the spring, I should be working on Murder Hill with Tom Proctor, and we're going to be shooting that in Rome, New York.
Okay. Nice.
And then there's another film that I'm scheduled to do. It's called Witchella. That's still in the works. Kane Hodder was just attached not that long ago, and so they're looking to get some other known actors. I just don't know who yet, but hopefully sometime next year we'll be doing that. And then waiting on Clerks 3.
Nice.
So don't know when that's going to happen. But the one great thing that we've got going on is not this year, but last year, Upper Deck announced that they were going to be doing Clerks trading cards.
Really? Okay.
Yes. And so we started that process finally, after about a year and a half, that they'll hopefully be out for the holidays by Upper Deck.
Very cool. We didn't plan that.
No, not at all.
We're good?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. You like legitimate us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're the best.